morning.
दर्शक चंडीगढ़ और ट्राई सिटी के पास सीधी यहाँ पर उपस्थित हैं। ऊपर निहार कर देख रहे हैं भारतीय वायुसेना की अपनी क्षमता।
With wide range of weapon platforms and systems and proficient air warriors, it has earned respect of friends and training to keep pace with ever-evolving geopolitical scenarios. The sea change that the Indian Air Force is reflected in this year's theme, Transforming the Future. Over the years, the Indian Air Force has been attuned to emerging technologies and has imbibed best practices from across the world. We have modernized our arsenal and adopted technology to deploy, fight and win full spectrum warfare, always and every time.
सेना विश्व की प्राचीनतम वायु सेनाओं में से एक है, जिसमें सदैव शामिल रहे हैं जांबाज हवाई लड़ाके, आधुनिकतम व असंख्य हथियारों की क्षमता, दक्ष पायलट्स और इंजीनियर्स, ग्राउंड ड्यूटी के स्टाफ व वायुसेना से जुड़े हर एक अधिकारी कर्मचारी गण। भारतीय वायुसेना का इस वर्ष का विषय यानी थीम है भविष्य की ओर रूपांतरण। इसी लक्ष्य को दर्शाते हुए आज भारतीय वायुसेना की ओर से उन्नत और आधुनिकतम विमानों का प्रदर्शन किया जा रहा है। साथ ही इन आधुनिकतम विमानों को उड़ाकर हमारे वायुयान चालक अपनी अद्भुत उड़ान कुशलता का परिचय देंगे। नयनाभिराम दृश्य बनाते ये पायलट्स हल्के बादलों से घिरा आकाश, चंडीगढ़ के स्टेशन से आप एयरफोर्स स्टेशन से आप ये सजीव प्रसारण देख रहे हैं। वर्ष 1932 को जन्मी भारतीय वायुसेना ने अपने पिछले 9 दशकों में पिस्टन इंजन के जहाजों से लेकर वर्तमान आधुनिक जेट इंजनों तक का सफर तय किया है। विशिष्ट जन इस परेड स्थल पर परेड देखने के लिए उपस्थित हो चुके हैं। दूर आसमान पर लहराते ये ग्लाइडर्स हमें नजर आ रहे हैं। भारतीय वायुसेना ने अंतरिक्ष युद्ध, साइबर वॉर, हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइलों की उन्नतीकरण, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इत्यादि नए आयामों की ओर भी तेजी से कदम बढ़ाया है। आज हम भारतीय वायुसेना के इस उन्नत तकनीक का परिचय देखने जा रहे हैं। वायुसेना दिवस के अवसर पर भारतीय वायुसेना ने न केवल लगातार नई तकनीकें अपनाई हैं, बल्कि स्वदेशीकरण के माध्यम से देश में ही निर्मित नई तकनीकों का विकास भी करती आई है। दर्शकों को लुभाते ये आसमान पर लहराती ग्लाइडर्स और सुदूर विभिन्न मिसाइल और कॉम्बैट हेलीकॉप्टर से जुड़े हुए जो हमारी उन्नत तकनीकी हैं, उनको प्रदर्शित करता ये परेड स्थल दर्शकगणों ने अपना अपना स्थान ले लिया है। स्कूल के बच्चे, वायुसेना से जुड़े जो लोग हैं, उनके अभिभावक, उनके बच्चे भी इस परेड को देखने पूरे उत्साह से इस स्थल पर आए हुए हैं।
A lot of enthusiasm that can be seen on your television screens among the spectators, all waiting for a grand parade that will soon commence. Over the years, the Indian Air Force has become one of the most potent air forces to reckon with. The Indian Air Force used to conduct the Air Force Day parades at Palam, New Delhi, and in due course the venue was shifted to Hindon at Ghaziabad. Following the guidelines of the government this year, the Air Force Day parade was shifted to another location where you're presently seated so as to offer greater visibility of its capability to the people of India. The Indian Air Force has bestowed the honor of conducting this year's Air Force Day parade to the prestigious and most operational Air Command of the Indian Air Force, the Western Air Command. And what better venue befits this onerous responsibility than Air Force Station Chandigarh. A word about Air Force Station Chandigarh. The station was formed under the command of Group Captain Olak, who flew down from Delhi in an auto aircraft along with his team to set up this wonderful base. The base inherited 1,500-yard long concrete strip, a small ATC building, and a patch of hard standing for parking of Dakotas. On arrival, the team pitched tents and went about establishing the base in the right earnest. In 1962, the base played the stellar role by airlifting tanks in AIM-32 aircraft to Trishul, AG, right into the battlefield at the border with China. Even today, the base serves as a critical asset for ensuring round-the-year air maintenance of our combat forces in Jammu and Kashmir and Eastern Ladakh sector. Presently, the base has C-17, IL-76, AIM-32 and Chinook aircraft of the Indian Air Force operating from it. That's the Air Force band. The Air Force band on parade today is led by Warrant Officer Deepak Verma. The band will march in and enthrall you with rendition of martial tunes.
अब हम आपको परिचय दे रहे हैं आज के समारोह की बैंड से। इस समारोह में परेड में इस परेड को लय एवं दे रहा है नंबर 3 और नंबर 6 वायुसेना बैंड, जो एयरफोर्स एकेडमी हैदराबाद तथा एयरफोर्स स्टेशन पालन के अंतर्गत स्थित है। वायुसेना बैंड का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं वारंट ऑफिसर वर्मा।
The band in attendance today is number 3 and number 6 Air Force band.
संगीत की मधुर स्वर लहरियां परेड स्थल वातावरण में गूंजती हुई। ये एयरफोर्स बैंड है जो मार्शल ट्यून बजा रहा है।
We would like to inform you that the first Air Force band was raised in the year 1944 at the Royal Air Force Station, Kohat. The band moved to Air Force Station Jalahari, Bengaluru in 1947. Military field music comprises bugles, wind and percussion instruments like trumpets, natural horns, bagpipes and drums. Military tunes were earlier used to control troops on the battlefield as well as for entertainment. Following instruments such as the trumpet or the saxophone family of brass instruments, a second tradition of all brass band was also formed. Today, the band is led by Warrant Officer Deepak Verma.
परेड बैंड के अलावा अन्य सैन्य कलाकारों की टुकड़ी इसमें शामिल है। सिम्फनी ऑर्केस्ट्रा, जैज बैंड और गायक संघ।
The band today will be playing martial tunes like Astronaut, Space Flight, Rafale Flyers and the ever soul-stirring tune of Sare Jahan Se Acha.
बिगुल की धुन पर परेड मार्च करते हुए इस परेड ग्राउंड में आएगी। जब भी निशान टोली परेड ग्राउंड में आती है तो परंपरा है कि सभी दर्शक इसके सम्मान में खड़े हो जाते हैं और वर्दीधारी गण इसे सैल्यूट करते हैं, सलामी देते हैं।
tribute to the martial traditions. At the sounding of the bugle, air warriors will march in from both sides of the parade ground today. The marching contingent will comprise 4 squadrons with 2 flights each. As is the custom, the Air Force colours will be displayed during the parade. When the Air Force colours are marched onto the parade ground, it is customary for all uniformed personnel to salute and all others rise in its respect and honour. In a few moments, the bugles will herald today's parade. That's the Nishan Toli.
भारतीय वायुसेना दिवस के अवसर पर उपस्थित दर्शकों में जो उत्साह है वो देखते ही बनता है। सभी आयु वर्ग के युवा, बुजुर्ग, महिलाएं और बच्चे इस परेड को देखने के लिए यहाँ आए हुए हैं।
वायुसेना बैंड की धुन पर मार्च करती हुई आपके सामने आ रही है। भारतीय वायुसेना के वायु योद्धा उस साहस के प्रतीक हैं जो आसमान को भी झुकाने में सक्षम है। वायुसेना के आह्वान नभास प्रशमदीप्तम को सही मायनों में चरितार्थ कर रहे हैं और मानो कह रहे हों, मही डोलती और डोलता नभ में देव निलय भी, कभी कभी डोलता समर में किंचित वीर हृदय भी। डोले मूल अचल पर्वत का या डोले ध्रुव तारा, सब डोले पर नहीं डोल सकता वचन हमारा।
The parade is now marching in from your right and left, keeping in step to the tune of Northern Borders. The marching contingents, arms swinging, heels digging, heads held high, proud of their blue Air Force uniform, heritage and the motto, touch the sky with glory. The parade on display today has been trained by squadron leader Atal Singh Sekhon and his team. The marching contingent is about to display a scintillating performance of precise and smart drill. Whether in the air or on ground, the air warriors approach every task with confidence and dedication. They are radiating with pride as they put their best foot forward.
आगे बढ़ गए, तरबाद बढ़, ब्रांड, तैयार, सर्च।
Parade Adjutant, Flight Lieutenant Abhigyan Singh will now hand over the parade to the Parade Commander. Today's Parade Commander is Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medal.
parade commander, will now take over the command of today's parade from the parade adjutant.
Group Captain Anup Singh was commissioned into the fighter stream of the Indian Air Force in December 2001. A graduate of the National Defence Academy, he is a qualified flying instructor and has flown 2,800 hours on Jaguar and Hawk aircraft. He has commanded the Suryakiran Aerobatic Team and is presently posted at a base in Training Command. Toli will now be marched in by Flight Lieutenant Chirag Choran. Please rise in honor of the President's colors. All uniformed personnel shall salute.
जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरे तो आप उसके सम्मान में खड़े हो वर्दी भारी आज की निशान टोली का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं फ्लाइट कैप्टन चिराग शोरान.
President's colors, a mark of honor, who presented to the Indian Air Force by the first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, on the 1st of April 1954, in recognition of his service to the nation. President's colors, therefore, are the highest honor for a service and are displayed with the highest regard and pride on special occasions. Presentation of the colours to the Indian Air Force on 1st April 1954 coincided with yet another landmark. It was on this day that Air Marshal Subrata Mukherjee took over as the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Air Force. President Air Force Vice Welfare Association Regional, Mrs. Rekha Prabhakaran has arrived. She has been received by President Afa Local, Mrs. Panchali Lal.
As the parade is held within his command, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Air Command will be presented with the general salute on his arrival onto the parade ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Air Command is about to arrive.
Parade! Serve! Done!
In a few moments from now,
Air Marshal Shri Kumar Prabhakaran, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Air Command has arrived. He has been received by Air Commodore Mansij Lal,
Air Marshal
Air
Shri
Officer
Kumar
Commanding
Prabhakaran,
Air Force Station Chandigarh.
Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Air Command has arrived.
Parade! General salute! Salam back! Just! Parade! Bad job! Just! Parade! Vash! Rob!
As the parade is held within his command, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Western Air Command has been presented with a general salute on arrival.
Implementing the national
We
vision
now
of
await
Aatmanirbhar
the arrival
Bharat
of Chief
for
of the Air Staff,
self-reliant
Air Chief
India.
Marshal
He has been
V.R.
at the forefront
Chaudhary,
of
the chief
indigenization
guest
and production of
who will
light
review
combat
this
aircraft
parade.
pages, Arudhra and Ashlesha radars, Astra
The Indian Air
air-to-air
Force
missiles,
has been actively
Akash
supporting and
surface-to-air missile
implementing
system,
the
advanced
national
helicopters
vision
and
of
integrated air
Atmanirbhar
command and
Bharat
system.
or self-reliant India. We have been at the forefront of indigenization with the induction of
Parade
light
holds
combat
great
aircraft
significance for the
Tejas,
armed forces as it
Arudhra and
reinforces
Ashlesha
discipline
radars,
and instills a
Astra
sense of
air-to-air
pride in its
missiles,
military corps.
Akash
It is a way
surface-to-air
of life
missile
for the
system,
personnel in the armed
advanced
forces
light
and depicts the
helicopters,
level of preparedness
integrated
and
air
precision
command
in
and
air
control
warriors.
system, and
The word
integrated
parade comes from the
material
old tradition
management
of
online
formation
system.
combat, in which the soldiers
As a
were
part of
held in
achieving
strict
self-reliance,
formations
the
to
Indian Air
maximize
Force
their
has
combat
successfully
effectiveness.
undertaken various
close
life
combat
extension
has given way to
programs,
coordinated
upgrades,
three-dimensional
and
application
reclamation
of
and
military
repair
force.
schemes for
Modern
the
military
existing legacy
organizations
platforms and
parades for
systems
ceremonial
by tapping
purposes,
the
as
potential
well as to
of
inculcate
various
self-discipline.
Indian agencies.
Drill and marching
It is a
are two
constant
essential
endeavor
elements
of the
of
Indian Air
military
Force
parade
to
which
modernize
shows
and
a
enhance
disciplined
its
team.
capability to effectively address any emerging threats.
वर्ष 1965 के युद्ध में कोई ऐसी
भारतीय
संस्था
वायु
नहीं
सेना
थी
की
जो सैनिकों के बलिदान के बाद निराश्रित हो चुके उनके परिवारों के लिए उचित सहायता प्रदान कर सकती थी। इसी मूल समस्या के कारण भारतीय वायुसेना के सेवारत, सेवानिवृत्त एवं विकलांग कार्मिकों और उनके परिवारों को सहायता प्रदान करने के लिए 28 अक्टूबर 1970 को वायुसेना संगनी कल्याण संस्थान का उदय हुआ।
स्वदेशी तकनीक को अपनाया जाता
President
है।
Air Force Vice Welfare Association, Mrs. Neeta Chaudhary has arrived.
Mrs. Neeta Chaudhary,
She has been
President,
received
Air
by
Force
President
Welfare
Afar Regional,
Association, has
Mrs.
arrived
Rekha
for the
Prabhakaran.
She was received by President Afar Regional, Mrs.
AFA strives to channelize the tremendous potential of Sanganis and provide them with the wings of entrepreneurship and self-sufficiency. AFA has always stood in solidarity with the families of air warriors and all those supporting
वर्ष
the Indian Air Force.
1965 के युद्ध में
One of the many endeavors of AFA are the Umeed Asha Kiran schools, which aim to provide a stable learning environment to specially able children of Indian Air Force personnel.
मूल समस्या के कारण भारतीय वायुसेना के सेवारत
अपनी स्थापना के समय से ही अफवाह ने वायु योद्धाओं के परिवारों की सदैव सहायता की है। इस संस्थान ने अपनी स्थापना के 51 वर्ष पूरे कर लिए हैं। कोविड महामारी के दौरान हर वायु योद्धा के परिवार तक आवश्यक खाद्य एवं अन्य वस्तुएं पहुंचाकर इस संस्थान ने अपनी उपयोगिता को सिद्ध किया है।
Entrepreneurship and self-sufficiency.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of the Air Staff is about to arrive.
All those supporting the Indian Air Force.
Parade! Saavdhan!
अफवाह ने वायु योद्धाओं के परिवारों की सदैव सहायता की है। इस संस्थान ने अपनी स्थापना के 51 वर्ष पूरे कर लिए हैं। कोविड महामारी के दौरान हर वायु योद्धा के परिवार तक आवश्यक खाद्य एवं अन्य आवश्यक वस्तुएं पहुंचाकर इस संस्थान ने अपनी उपयोगिता सिद्ध की है।
Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary, Param Vishisht Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, ADC, Chief of the Air Staff has arrived. He was received by Air Marshal Shri Kumar Prabhakaran, Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Western Air Command.
Now you can see the ensign in formation flying in, comprising 3 Mi-17 V5 helicopters of 152 helicopter unit, trooping the Indian Air Force ensign. The formation is being led by Wing Commander Vishal Jain.
Parade! General salute! Slumber! Just! Parade! Bunch up! Just! परेड आपके निरीक्षण के लिए हाजिर है श्रीमान।
Commander Group Captain Anup Singh, Vayu Sena Medal.
Chief of the Air Staff, accompanied by the parade commander, is now proceeding to inspect the parade.
The Chief of
On
Air
the
Staff,
solemn occasion of Air Force Day, Chief of the Air Staff has issued a message for all the personnel of Indian Air Force called Special Order of the Day, and it conveys a message of generational transformation with Atmanirbharta as its cornerstone and a seamless assimilation of modern technologies with emphasis on training methods.
quote from the special order of the day. We are witnessing an increasingly volatile, uncertain and complex geopolitical environment where it is becoming increasingly essential to have credible and robust armed forces to sustain development to the nation. The Indian Air Force will also have to evolve and maintain an edge by adding new capabilities and harnessing modern technology. This will call for re-equipping, retaining and remodeling our equipment, training and methods of
Parade
warfare
Adjutant
to be more
Flight
contemporary
Lieutenant
and relevant.
Abhigyan Singh. Number 1 Squadron
Number 1
commanded
Squadron
by Squadron Leader
Squadron
Arjun
Leader
Malhotra.
Arjun Malhotra.
Number 2 Squadron commanded by Squadron Leader Nikesh Dhami.
Number 2 Squadron commanded by Squadron Leader Nikesh Dhami.
The Nishan Toli led by Flight Lieutenant Chirag
The
Shoran.
Nishan Toli led by Flight Lieutenant Chirag Sharon.
Number 3 Squadron commanded by Squadron Leader Vipin Kumar.
Number 3 Squadron in command of Squadron Leader Vipin Kumar.
Number 4 Squadron commanded by Squadron Leader Ashish Ambasht.
And number 4 Squadron in command of Squadron Leader Ashish Ambashta.
Order of the day, and I quote, on the occasion of the 90th anniversary of Indian Air Force, I extend my warm greetings to all air warriors, NCs, DSC personnel and their families. Over the last 9 decades, the Indian Air Force has come a long way in transforming into one of the finest air forces in the world. We are witnessing an increasingly volatile, uncertain and complex geopolitical environment where it is becoming increasingly essential to have a credible and robust armed forces to sustain development of the nation. Launch of Agnipath scheme gives the opportunity to harness the potential of India's youth and channelize it towards the service.
4 वायुसेना मेडल वीरता के लिए, 14 वायुसेना मेडल और 28 विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल वायुसेना अध्यक्ष द्वारा चयनित वायु योद्धाओं को 22 सितंबर को दिल्ली में प्रदान किए गए। इसके अतिरिक्त 6 यूनिटों को यूनिट प्रशंसा चिन्ह प्रदान किए गए। भारतीय वायुसेना दिवस के अवसर पर सभी वायु योद्धाओं की कार्यकुशलता, सत्यनिष्ठा एवं राष्ट्र के प्रति पूर्ण समर्पण को हम नमन करते हैं।
को कॉर्डन के कॉलम में वन से गुजरने की आज्ञा दें, श्रीमान।
Nishan Toli in command of Flight Lieutenant Chirag Sharon.
अब आपके सामने से फॉल फ्लायर्स की जो शील्ड ग्रुप पर मार्च करते हुए गुजरे। ये रोड ऑनरेडी फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर दिनेश शर्मा द्वारा निर्मित की गई है।
से राफेल टायर्स की जोशीली धुन पर मार्च करते हुए गुजर रही है। ये धुन हार्मोनी फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर दिनेश शर्मा द्वारा निर्मित है।
Parade now marching on to the tune is Rafale flags. Arms swinging, heels digging, heads held high. Proud of the new air slogan and motto. Numbers specially called "Don't touch the sky" and broad. And up in the sky, you can see three 116 helicopter unit flying the Rudra formation. Rudra formation presenting a naval salute to the chief of the air staff. Formation led today by Captain A.S. Singh.
आज की परेड भारत की सैन्य शक्ति के साथ साथ हमारे देश के सैनिकों की दृढ़ता, कर्तव्य निष्ठा एवं शौर्य का प्रतीक है। कदम मिलाते ये कदम दुश्मन के लिए एक चेतावनी है कि अगर हमारे देश की संप्रभुता पर कोई संकट आएगा तो हम सब एक साथ कदम से कदम और कंधों से कंधे मिलाकर हर संकट को जड़ से उखाड़ फेंकेंगे। ये हमारे वायु योद्धाओं का मार्चिंग दस्ता आगे बढ़ते हुए कह रहा है, प्रण करना है सहज, कठिन है लेकिन उसे निभाना। सबसे बड़ी जांच है व्रत का अंतिम मूल्य चुकाना। अंतिम मूल्य ना दिया अगर तू और मूल्य देना क्या, करने लगे मोह प्राणों का तो फिर प्रण लेना क्या।
And a small salute by their warriors, the chief of the air staff. Drill and marching to essential elements of any military parade, ensuring discipline. Air Force Band. Led today by Warrant Officer Deepak Varma.
जी हाँ, आज की इस परेड को लय और धुन दे रहे हैं नंबर 3 और नंबर 6 वायुसेना बैंड के सदस्य, जो एयरफोर्स एकेडमी हैदराबाद तथा एयरफोर्स स्टेशन पालम से आए हुए हैं।
Band dressed in splendid ceremonials have always enthralled the audience with their soul-stirring music.
मिलिट्री बैंड का ये दस्ता विशेष रूप से जो धुनें बजा रहा है वो एस्ट्रोनॉट, स्पेस फ्लाइट, रेफेल फ्लायर्स उनकी धुन है, साथ ही सारे जहां से अच्छा।
अभिभाषण के लिए तैयार है शिवम।
The Chief of Air Staff will now address today's parade.
Senior officers from the three services and the Ministry of Defense, esteemed veterans, air warriors on parade, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, on the 90th anniversary of the Indian Air Force, I extend my best wishes and welcome you all to this event. In a break from tradition, we have decided to conduct the Air Force Day Parade at Chandigarh this year and in different locations across the country from here onwards. I would like to compliment the AOC-NC Western Air Command, the AOC Advanced Headquarters, the AOCs of 12 Wing and 3 BRD, and the team for putting up such a befitting show in such a short time. My compliments also to the parade commander and all air warriors on parade for your immaculate turnout, precise drill movements, astute military bearing and josh. Good show and well done. We have inherited a proud legacy curated by the sheer hard work, perseverance and vision of our predecessors. It will only be right to acknowledge the contributions of our veterans who have charted this course, and now the onus is on us to usher the Air Force into the centenary decade. My salute to the former chiefs for steering the Air Force in the right direction, and my assurance to them that I, ably supported by all Air Warriors, will lead the Air Force to scale even greater heights. On behalf of all Air Warriors, I would like to pay homage to our fallen braves who made the supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Today is an occasion to renew our allegiance to the Constitution of India, and as preservers of integrity and sovereignty of our country, we owe it to our future generations. On this historic occasion, it is my privilege to announce that the government has approved the creation of a weapon system branch for the officers in the Indian Air Force. This is the first time since independence that a new operational branch is being created. This will essentially be for manning of 4 specialized streams of surface-to-surface missiles, surface-to-air missiles, remotely piloted aircraft, and weapon systems operators in twin and multi-crew aircraft. Creation of this branch would result in savings of over 3,400 crores due to the reduced expenditure on flying training. Induction of Air Warriors into the Indian Air Force through the Agnipath scheme is a challenge for all of us. But more importantly, it is an opportunity for us to harness the potential of India's youth and channelize it towards the service of the nation. We have changed our operational training methodology to ensure that each Agniveer is equipped with the right skills and knowledge to start their career in the Air Force. In December this year, we would be inducting 3,000 Agniveer Vayu for their initial training. This number will only go up in the years to come to ensure adequate staffing. We are also planning on induction of women Agniveers starting next year. Creation of infrastructure is in progress, and streamlining of trade structures is being finalized. In the last 1 year, we have had our share of challenges, and the Air Force has taken these challenges head-on and with all guns blazing. Continued deployment along our borders, HADR operations, or rescuing stranded Indians from conflict zones. We have seen the entire spectrum of roles and tasks laid down for the Air Force being undertaken. We are well and truly prepared to take on everything that comes our way, and the credit for that goes to all of you. The traditional domains of land, sea, and air have expanded to include space and cyber. We are increasingly seeing the convergence of all these domains into one continuum in the form of hybrid warfare. The use of non-kinetic and non-lethal warfare to supplement kinetic means has changed the way wars will be prosecuted. Therefore, conventional systems and weapons will need to be augmented by modern, flexible, and adaptive technology. Technology has given us the wherewithal to be innovative. We need to accept the fact that tomorrow's conflicts cannot be fought with yesterday's mindset. To be able to execute all missions in an environment of denial will increasingly be the basis of our training in the Air Force. Keeping this in mind, there is a need to plan for integrated and joint application of combat power. The key to success in multi-domain operations is to have flexible, robust, redundant command and control structures, which will allow a joint force to dominate across the domains. No single service can win a war on its own. Work is in progress to enhance jointness amongst the 3 services. The theme for this year's anniversary celebrations, Indian Air Force, Transforming for the Future, is very apt and highlights the Indian Air Force's need to redefine, reimagine, and recalibrate to transform into a contemporary and future-ready force. Our fighting potential has to be sustained over the years through the induction of new generation fighters, AWACS, EWC, and flight refueling aircraft. We have initiated necessary steps to ensure our fighter squadron strength remains at the desired level. Indigenous development of 6 AEWC Mark II has been sanctioned, and we are actively pursuing the acquisition of I-STAR, UAVs, counter-UAS technology, and also strengthening our networks. Modern armed forces have to be sufficiently self-reliant to ensure minimum disruptions. Towards this, Atmanirbharta and Make in India is a step in the right direction. Our indigenous operational network, AFNET, the backbone of all air operations, the IACCS, one of the largest maintenance management protocols, the EMMS, and the fact that we are completely paperless in our offices through the e-office application is a testimony to our commitment towards becoming self-reliant. The light combat aircraft, advanced light helicopter, Akash, Astra, and BrahMos are a few examples of the indigenous hardware that has already been inducted and operationalized. We have also signed a contract for 83 LCA Mark 1A and are fully committed to the development of the LCA Mark II and the AMCA. The advent of drones, swarm drones, hypersonic weapons, and space-based ISR systems have added new dimensions to warfighting. To effectively handle the full spectrum, artificial intelligence is being used for quicker decision-making and analysis of big data. I am happy to report that several projects are well underway to utilize the potential of automation, data analytics, and artificial intelligence to transform our operational philosophy. The growth and success of any organization revolves around its personnel. Irrespective of the years of experience or position, each one of us is a vital link in the organization. We need to recognize our importance in the chain and understand that what we do every day at the workplace matters. A smart and efficient day's work will instill pride in our job. Our aim should be to match or surpass modern industry standards in operations, maintenance, and administration. As an organization, we need to incorporate principles of continuous process improvement at our workplace. This can only be achieved through critical problem identification, understanding the root causes, and providing workable solutions to eliminate waste. We must focus on multi-skilling and multitasking to create a smart working environment and enhance efficiency. This is only possible if we build on our experience and develop innovative thinking. There is a tremendous scope for change, and change we must to evolve and be relevant. The challenge I pose to you all today is to transform into forward-thinking and forward-looking air warriors who can support our process of adapting to a constantly changing environment. I call upon every air warrior to be a part of the solution by your creativity, innovative thinking, and the drive to lead the change. I promise you good leadership, a good working environment, and the best equipment that we can muster. I want you to have faith and confidence in your abilities and a resolve to do the impossible. I want you to display exceptional courage and fortitude, to have compassion for your subordinates, and most importantly, be good professionals. As we celebrate 90 years of professional excellence, it is incumbent on us to preserve our past and accurately record the present so that the future generations of the Air Force benefit from it. The culture and traditions of the Air Force have led us to excel in our profession. But remember that while we have to preserve those elements of our culture that strengthen the Air Force, we must be prepared to shed those that are barriers to efficiency and mission accomplishment. I congratulate all of you for the successes of the Indian Air Force, which would not have been possible without your collective, sincere, and dedicated efforts as a team. As we start a new chapter in the history of the Indian Air Force, our aim should be to sustain our capabilities as a fearless and potent force and maintain a cohesive, happy family. I have no doubt that your commitment and your collective capacity to achieve excellence will take the Indian Air Force to even greater heights in the years ahead. On behalf of my wife Nita I would like to congratulate everyone on the 90th anniversary of the Indian Air Force, and may the Indian Air Force always touch the sky with glory. Thank you and Jai Hind.
All are requested to rise for the national anthem.
अब राष्ट्रगान होगा। आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं एवं राष्ट्रगान गाएं।
राष्ट्रगान शुरू कर।
The parade commander has now taken permission to march off the Nishan Toli and the parade from the parade ground. Colors about to follow were presented to the Indian Air Force by the first President of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, on the 1st of April 1954, in recognition of its service to the nation. Colors, therefore, are highly reserved and are displayed with due fanfare and honor only on special occasions. Presentation of the colors of the Indian Air Force on the 1st of April 1954 coincided with the date of another landmark. It was in this state that took over as the first Indian Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Air Force. It is customary to rise whenever the color passes in front of the audience and all who have personal salute.
निशान टोली सामने से आते हुए सभी इनके सम्मान में खड़े हो गए हैं और जिन्होंने वर्दी पहनी हुई है वर्दीधारी गण जो हैं वो सलामी दे रहे हैं।
The Nishan Toli marching off the parade ground onto the tune of Space Flight.
वायुसेना से जुड़े और सेना के अन्य अंगों से संबद्ध कई वरिष्ठ अधिकारी इस समारोह में उपस्थित होकर शान बढ़ाते हुए इनमें कई पूर्व चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ, चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ आदि शामिल थे।
Chief of Air Staff now greeting former chiefs in the spectators gallery. Air Chief Marshal A.Y. Tiplis, Air Chief Marshal R.K. Bhadoria. Yes. Air Chief Marshal S.P. Tyagi, Mrs. Tyagi, Mrs. Neeta Chaudhary, President AFA.
भव्य परेड के बाद आप अपने अपने स्थान पर बैठे रहें। अब हम आपके समक्ष भारतीय वायुसेना के नव प्रशिक्षित वायु योद्धा की तकनीकी दक्षता को प्रदर्शित करते हुए एक जिप्सी ड्रिल दिखाएंगे, जिसमें एक चलते फिरते वाहन को अल्प समय के अंदर खोलकर पुनः चलने।
In the next few minutes, what you are going to witness is a different drill. The team in front of you onto your television screen that you can see will simulate the actions of a special force in difficult terrain. The team leader, AC Navdeep Singh, will now take permission from the Chief of the Air Staff before they start today's gypsy drill.
भारतीय वायुसेना के नव प्रशिक्षित वायु योद्धाओं की तकनीकी दक्षता को प्रदर्शित करते हुए एक जिप्सी ड्रिल यहां दिखाई जाएगी, जिसमें एक चलते फिरते वाहन को 5 मिनट के अंदर खोलकर पुनः चलने योग्य बना दिया जाएगा। ये ड्रिल न केवल युद्ध के मैदान में आगे बढ़ते हुए बख्तरबंद गाड़ियों में आई खराबी को ठीक करने में दक्षता का प्रदर्शन करती है, वहीं दूसरी ओर नए वायु योद्धाओं के लिए एक प्रेरणा स्रोत का काम करती है।
परिवहन की यांत्रिक संक्रिया
AC
आरंभ
Navdeep
करने
Singh
की
now
आज्ञा
taking
निश्चित।
permission from the Chief of the Air Staff to
Gentlemen.
commence the drill.
There is no mountain high enough. Ahead of him.
When faced with an obstruction, instead of stopping in their tracks, the team takes a split-second decision Their actions will speak volumes of their resolve towards successful completion of the task entrusted to them. Their nerves of steel in a high-pressure situation and the quality training they undergo. The Maruti Gypsy, dismantled up to the chassis level and assembled back to running condition in a cohesive and sequential manner. This vehicle weighs about 1.2 tons. The half-ton engine block, which is otherwise lifted using a pulley and chain system in a workshop, is lifted manually by our foot soldiers, carried over rough terrain and put in place without affecting the serviceability.
तकनीकी कुशलता, एकाग्रता, गति एवं समन्वय का संयोजन हमें यहाँ देखने को मिल रहा है।
There is no mountain high enough, no canyon deep enough, nor a river wide enough to keep an air warrior from accomplishing the task ahead of him. If the boulder cannot be moved, the vehicle will. Watch closely as the team, unmoved by the hindrance blocking their paths, proceeds to take part air transport, carry it literally piece by piece, assemble it and continue towards their objective. The drill displays the quick and crisp movements of the trainees and their ability to perform accurately within the constraints of time. The speciality of this drill is that the entire activities performed by a group of young air warriors who have just passed out from the training institution. The participants of the drill are LAC Rohit Kumar, LAC Ankush Singh, AC Vishal Singh, AC Navdeep Singh, AC Sahil Nehra, AC Anmol Tyagi, AC Pankaj Parwar, AC Ranjan Sharma, AC Yogesh, AC Ace Rathore, AC SK Sharma and AC Panti Singh.
पूरी कुशलता और तल्लीनता के साथ काम कर इन योद्धाओं ने 1.2 टन वजनी वाहन को पुनः जोड़ दिया है। तालियों के साथ उनकी हौसला अफजाई करते हुए दर्शक और अतिथिगण।
Team successfully completed assembling of the vehicle.
ये ड्रिल न केवल सराहनीय है बल्कि युद्ध के दौरान भी अत्यंत उपयोगी साबित होती है।
Former chiefs in the spectators gallery.
वायुसेना से जुड़े अधिकारियों और दर्शकों का समूह, इन्होंने ये प्रस्तुति देखी जिसमें एयर वॉरियर्स ने जिप्सी ड्रिल करके दिखाया।
And now you will witness the display of precision rifle drill by the Air Warrior Drill Team of the Indian Air Force, named as Arjun.
Arjun, the Air Warrior Drill Team, was formed in the year 2004. And during 18 years of its glorious existence, it has won accolades in various national and international performances, making it the first drill team of the Indian Defence Forces. The name Arjun is a tribute to the late Marshal of the Indian Air Force, Arjun Singh Padma Vibhushan, Distinguished Flying Cross, who lived his whole life as a true soldier and is an inspiration to generations of service personnel. Under the able guidance of its officer in charge, Wing Commander Kunal Khanna, Team Administrator, Squadron Leader Akash Gangat, and competent instructors J.W. R.B. Upadhyay and Sergeant Rajdeep Singh, the team aspires to achieve the incredible. Today, the drill team will perform unconventional and breathtaking rifle maneuvers. The motto of the team is simple: drill to thrill.
अब टीम लीडर हमारे मुख्य अतिथि चीफ ऑफ द एयर स्टाफ एयर चीफ मार्शल वी.आर. चौधरी से प्रदर्शन को शुरू करने की आज्ञा लेने जा रहे हैं।
टेरिटरी को इशू करने की आज्ञा है श्रीमान।
और अब टीम आपको रोमांचित करने के लिए तैयार है। टीम आज रोमांचक राइफल करतबों को 9 विभिन्न तरीकों में दिखाएगी। इस टीम की पहली फॉर्मेशन है स्क्वायर फॉर्मेशन। अब टीम यहां से आगे बढ़कर अपनी दक्षता को आपके नजदीक आकर प्रदर्शित करेगी। टीम अब डब्ल्यू फॉर्मेशन में रोमांचक करतबों को प्रदर्शित करेगी। असीम अभ्यास एवं परिश्रम करने के पश्चात यह टीम जटिल गतिविधियों को संयुक्त रूप से प्रदर्शित कर रही है। टीम अब डब्ल्यू फॉर्मेशन से कूच करेगी। और अब देखिए अब तक का एक नया कारनामा, जिसमें वह योद्धा बिना देखे ही राइफल को अपने साथ चल रहे साथी की ओर फेंक रहे हैं। देसवाल आगे बढ़कर उच्च स्तरीय एकल प्रदर्शन करेंगे, जो कि फुर्ती, लचीलापन और अदम्य साहस का संयोजन है। अगली फॉर्मेशन है रोम्बस फॉर्मेशन। यहां हमें इन वायु योद्धाओं की मानसिक एवं शारीरिक क्षमता के बारे में कहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, क्योंकि जिस राइफल का वजन 5.5 किलो है वह इनके हाथ में खिलौनों के समान प्रतीत होता है। अब समय है कि आपको एक और हैरत अंगेज करतब पेश किया जाए, जिसमें वह योद्धा बिना देखे हुए पीछे खड़े साथी को राइफल फेंकेंगे। आपको यह जानकर हैरानी होगी कि इनके मध्य 12 फीट की दूरी भी है। अगली फॉर्मेशन है इंक्लाइन लाइन फॉर्मेशन। इसमें वायु योद्धा एक ही कतार में चलते हुए राइफल की अदला बदली करेंगे।